Getting an artist to declare a single album as the definitive representation of their work can often be a challenge. In Paul McCartney's case, however, decades of persistent interviews have provided insight into which Beatles album he holds in highest regard. While many fans are curious about his favorite, there's also interest in knowing which album he likes the least, since even great bands have their less celebrated moments. In a 1991 interview, McCartney reflected fondly on all the albums he made with John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Still, he identified Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band as the one that stood out most to him. Released in June 1967, the album's concept and the creative process behind it resonated deeply with him, largely because he played a leading role in shaping its direction. His involvement was not only musical, but also conceptual, making it a milestone in his personal and artistic development. He had also made similar comments in a previous 1990 interview, where he described himself as having taken on a directing role for the project. The upbeat and optimistic tone of songs like Getting Better and With a Little Help from My Friends reflected McCartney's growing creative influence within the band. Though his leadership was not always embraced equally by all members, the album became a defining moment in the Beatles' legacy. The creation of Sgt. Pepper followed a difficult time for the band, particularly after the death of their manager Brian Epstein. The group needed direction, and McCartney stepped in to provide it. As Lennon began shifting his focus away from the studio to broader societal issues, McCartney's influence in the band grew. Given how closely tied the album is to his vision, it's not surprising that he views it as his favorite. This choice may also hint at which album he finds least satisfying. Let It Be, the final album the Beatles released, is often viewed as a collection of leftover material and reworked ideas. While many consider it a strong record in its own right, McCartney was notably unhappy with certain aspects, especially the involvement of producer Phil Spector. Spector's approach clashed with McCartney's intentions, particularly on the track The Long and Winding Road. Originally envisioned as a simple, heartfelt piano ballad, the song was later altered significantly without McCartney's input. The addition of orchestration and choir, under Spector's supervision and with Lennon's support, changed the song's character in ways McCartney strongly opposed. Despite being included on Let It Be, the track became emblematic of McCartney's frustration with the album's production. Although most of Let It Be was recorded before Abbey Road, this song was finalized afterward, during a period marked by internal discord. It stands as one of the last Beatles songs to be recorded and reflects the strange circumstances under which the band finally dissolved.